There we go. There we go. Okay, that's fair. Get that part out. How we doing, guys? What's going on? What am I doing off camera? No big deal. I finally broke one of my favorite glasses today. Not on purpose, of course. I'm not a violent man. Well, at least not when I'm out in the streets, in public. When I'm in the gym, it's a different story. But anyway, I dropped these glasses, and now I am turning them into funny, cartoonish frames. Because that's all they're good for now. But how you guys doing? What's going on with you? Can we hear me? Can we see me? 1 in the chat if we can hear and see me. And 2 in the chat if I should wear these glasses instead of those glasses. Hey, maybe now people will actually take me seriously when I call myself a scientist. so guys, women. How you doing though? What's going on? I gotta get the sun out of my eyes. What's going on with you, baby? Hey, how you doing? Ism, what's up, bro? How you doing? Dark Master Yoda, what's going on? What do you think when a woman calls you controlling and insecure? I think she's trying to control me. That's what I think. Women only bring up those words when they're trying to control your behavior anyway. So that's generally what I think. I would ask myself in whatever situation it is in, the context of the situation, why is she trying to get me to not do something, right? Especially the word insecure. Insecure is a very big one. I never understood insecure as, like, in general, a disparaging comment about someone. Because 1, we're all humans. We all have insecurities. And 2, which is even more important, women only use that word in particular when you're trying to get them to not do something. When you're trying to create a boundary or give them a standard. All of a sudden, that makes you insecure because you're trying to elevate them. Your job is to make them realize... well, you can do it the way I do it because I'm crazy. I just agree and exaggerate. Yes, I'm insecure, whatever. If you think that's what's going on here, whatever. Just make sure you don't do that again, or you keep doing this, or whatever the case is. Or else we can't go together no more, since I'm so insecure apparently, right? That's how I would do it. I would put it in their face and call their bluff. And be unwavering when it comes to that. Because if I said she shouldn't do something, then I have a reason for it. I'm not an unreasonable man. I'm not a controlling piece of shit that just wants something out of her all the time. I'm a generous, benevolent, magnanimous leader. Or at least I try to be. So, yeah, it's not unreasonable. Hey, what's going on, Ryu? Yo, Sekai. I gotta go back and rewatch Dr. Stone. That's a good-ass show. That's a good-ass show. Would you believe I've never watched the season 2? I know there's 3 seasons of it now. Never seen season 2. I watch season 1 over and over and over again once every year or so. But if for whatever reason, every time I'm like, okay, time for season 2, something comes up and I get distracted. Gotta go watch season 2. Okay, we can hear me. We can. Oh, 2 in the chat, y'all. Oh, that's crazy. All right, fine. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. Damn it. Today I am Point Dexter. Oh, Point Jason, I guess. But. This is so fun. Hi, Laura. Then I do that. Oh, it's funny. All right, we're gonna be on our scientific shit today. Why not? Don't call me the scientist for nothing. Why do I feel like an anime character every time I do this? Soka. That's so funny. This looks good. Okay, fair enough. I'm screenshotting you with the glasses as, oh, that's crazy. Y'all gonna do me dirty already? Jace the Geek is wild. But fair enough. Clarity on IShowSpeed being right. Alright, let's talk about IShowSpeed real quick. Because I've been, catching myself up to date with what's going on in that situation. I didn't hear about it until recently. He's dating this Asian chick called Amy, I believe, right? Very pretty girl, by the way. Here's the thing. Everyone was complaining when he was doing things incorrectly, which as they should. That was good that everyone kind of got at him for trying to be a little too pushy with things, a little too emotional off rip, trying to be too sensitive from the jump. Goofy. But now he's overcorrecting correctly. Like, he's gone from being Mr. overly sensitive, I'm gonna show you the world boyfriend, to being like, you know what, I can have another Asian chick come do my hair on stream, and what's gonna happen? I'm gonna ignore your calls because I don't really give a damn. This is good. This is a good thing. Now Amy gets to go through the level of anxiety he was going through, what is it, a week or a couple weeks ago before? Now she gets to pay that price. She gets to, cross that barrier to entry to be IShowSpeed's girlfriend. This is what comes with it. Like, whether he's behaving himself or not is irrelevant. He's IShowSpeed. He's always gonna have girls around him. She has to get used to that. If she can't handle that, she needs to, she needs to bounce. What they say, if you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen, right? Well, this is it. This is her test. This is her time to figure out if she wants to be like the girlfriend of IShowSpeed. That's a massive responsibility for any girl, and that's a tough situation to be in. You gotta be the girlfriend of one of the biggest streamers on planet Earth. You're gonna have to deal with all the competition that comes with that, and there's not enough reassurance he can give her in the relationship that'll make her forget that other girls are constantly trying to DM him. Can she handle that? Broski turned into a protector, that's what I'm saying. Yes, he is. He is turning into a protector type. I don't know how it happened that quickly. I'm gonna guess he did the whole I'm a nice, sensitive boyfriend thing initially for the sake of like streams and numbers and whatever, because he knew it would go viral. But I think Speed is a smarter guy than most people give him credit for. He really is intelligent. I see him the same way I see Kai Cenat. They go off like they pretend to be goofy, but they're really not. Like, you don't get to be at that level of success by accident. Right, I saw Kai Cenat do the same thing recently with what's her name? Tyla, the South African singer, right? And she's like, but we're friends though. He's smarter than to get into that kind of situation, but he did it because he knew it would do numbers, and it did. It's become a running joke in his streams from what I saw last. I saw clips of him getting made fun of it by Kevin Hart. But we friends though. Like, that's smart. That's smart. That's good entertainment. I think he's just not used to being around women, and Amy made him realize he can pull. It could be a sharp increase in his confidence, but that can't be the first time a really pretty girl is, hollering at IShowSpeed. I refuse to believe that's the first time. You know what I mean? Let's see. What's going on, Dimitri? How we doing? What's going on, baby? I just came on here like a few minutes ago. Yeah. What was the moment that put you on the path you're on now? It was a series of moments. I wouldn't say it was one in particular, but I always tell people the story of like how I got into like pick up and understanding how attraction and seduction works. It was honestly by accident. I found myself in an old school pickup forum on the internet when I was looking for something like pertaining to the law of attraction, because I was studying up on the universal laws. Shout out to Bob Proctor, by the way. I was studying up on his universal laws, and one of those laws is the law of attraction. And then I think I typed in law of attraction or attraction something in the internet, and Google being Google, I started getting other results for attraction, and one of them just happened to be a pickup forum, and I clicked on it, and boom, that's how I discovered what game was. So that was the first thing that like even got me on this path, and I just got hooked. I was like, what? Interesting. There's a science to this? Wow, I'm fascinated. I wanna know everything about this. I take it as a joke if they say something like that. Why give them any power? Exactly. With regards to women calling you insecure, absolutely. They kind of dragging the story. Season 1 the best. Oh, word? Thanks for warning me. thing. Because I figured by the time they have all the technology they need, the story isn't going to be as interesting anymore. Season 1 was goated. Dr. Stone, I mean, the anime, was goated because it's fascinating to learn just how difficult it is to build civilization from scratch. And all the different things you have to know to be able to pull it off, you know? But by season 2, they already got a working phone. I don't know how interesting they can keep that going, you know? What's going on, Profilo? How you doing, man? She bullshitting him with the insecure, with the Amy and I Show Speed? Fair enough. I finished my entire notebook of notes on the game. Fair enough. Bro, they start building a boat and stuff. It's weird. I would assume they start building a boat. That makes sense. They gotta travel the known universe. That makes sense. Duh. Let's see. Bro, does it mean if... what does it mean when your girl says, let's just be friends? Well, that's not your girl no more, right? That's what it means. It means you're in the friend zone. How'd you get there? What happened? You were the whole boyfriend. You were the whole last boyfriend. She was your girl. And then she said, let's just be friends. What the hell did you do? What happened? How'd you fuck up that monumentally? What happened? But yeah, that's what it means. It means you're in the friend zone now. It means you now have to sit back, relax, and watch other men beat her doonies down. Maybe not in the same room, but you get the point. Let's see. So we're opening up part 2 right now. Of the book thing? Cool. Bro, why do celebrities have many baby mamas? Like, can't they pull out? You don't need to when you're that rich and famous. It's not... Like, I keep telling you people, monogamy is a concept that exists for a certain class of people, and especially a certain class of men. And I'm not necessarily saying it's men that don't make a certain amount of money. It's not a money thing. But it is a psychology thing. There's men that think differently than other men. And there's like 20% of men that understand the whole point of existence, at least on a biological level. It's survival and replication. It's to reproduce and to pass your genes on to the next generation. And what better way to improve your chances of doing that than by increasing the number of times and volumes you do that. So when you're a celebrity, you're no longer, held back or confined by the rules of like society as a normal person would be. You no longer have to abide by those same rules, so you can break them all you want, including have 20 baby mamas. Who's really gonna stop you? Who's really gonna stop Nick Cannon, right? Or Eddie Murphy or Future or any of them guys? Who's gonna stop them? Pookie Star, can you upload the last live on YouTube? It was good. It's going up tomorrow. I think I scheduled it for tomorrow by accident. I was supposed to schedule it for today, and then I kept checking to see if it was uploaded, and then I realized, oh, I put it in for the 10th, not the 9th. That's my bad. But it's gonna be there tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They can do whatever they want. Let's see. Why does only Amy have to take the responsibility? Responsibility for what? Speed is the one that has to take the responsibility for the relationship. He's the man. He's the man. What I'm saying is, Amy, like, she has to survive Speed's world. She has to survive what it's like to be with one of the biggest streamers on planet Earth, and she has to be okay with that. And she can't bother, like, this is another thing, girls, like, this is why I say the majority of women are not designed to be with powerful men. The majority of women need to go be with like regular dudes with like below average ambition. If you're gonna be with a guy with ambition, you can't make it his burden to keep giving you reassurance in the relationship. And that for any women that might be listening to me right now, you can't do that. It's a big mistake. Every woman in that position, well, not every woman, but the majority of women in that position or that find themselves in that position end up making that mistake and fucking it up for themselves. Fucking up the love, fucking up the connection, fucking up the bag, because they think the most important thing as a woman, like, it's a discipline issue, right? It's like, can you survive in a relationship with a guy that other women want and that other women are going to constantly try to get at? Because women, Lord knows, don't have respect for each other anyway. So if you think there's going to be some kind of a level of respect where, oh, girl, he's taken, he's mine, and she's going to be like, oh, girl, my bad. Like, that doesn't happen in real life. In real life, women are competitive as fuck. Right? So can she survive in the relationship knowing that other girls are going to be constantly trying to get her Speed? If she can't, she got to go now. Like, now, before things get too serious, and then she gets her heart broken inevitably in the future. That's what she has to understand. It's not like she's taking responsibility for the whole relationship. It's that she can't bother him with like the responsibility of her reassurance. That's on her. She got to figure that one on her own. Thought on Iceberg Slip. One of the OG pimps, man. Shout out to Iceberg. Shout out to Iceberg. Shout out to Mr. Freeze. Shout out to Dante Nero. Shout out to Sinful the P. Rest in peace, obviously. But yeah, I have a big respect for all those guys. That Barber girl has a whole boyfriend too. LOL. I don't think Amy got the self-esteem for him. Listen, man, you can't even blame Amy. That's the thing. Like when you're a guy on Speed's level with that kind of attention from the world on you, very few women can survive that. It takes a very special kind of chick, right? Like we were talking about. I say we, like you guys were in on the conversation. It was me and a buddy of mine. We were talking about this very topic about, you know, the kind of women that can handle being with a man that gets a lot of attention. And the best examples we could think of, well, the one in particular was LeBron James's wife. Best example. Like, she has conducted herself correctly for decades, being married to LeBron James. Right? Whether he's your favorite basketball player or not is not the argument here. Relax. I'm just saying that's fucking LeBron James. Like, that's a big deal. Arguably the best basketball player of all time. Well, not to me. I'm an MJ guy. But yeah, to be his wife that long, understand the ins and outs of what it's like to be with a guy like him and to never show any weakness, as opposed to someone like, for instance, Steph Curry's wife, Aisha Curry, right? Where at some point she was complaining that she wasn't getting as much attention as Curry. And it's like, yeah, Goofy, that's what comes with it. That's what comes. You're supposed to play second fiddle to Stephen Curry. You ain't the one putting up on them shots. You don't know what it's like to make 12 threes in a row. You never did that shit in your life. Like, chill out. You are the Robin to his Batman. And it takes a special kind of woman to be okay with being the Robin to his Batman and just play that role correctly. Like, we talked about a few other women. What's her name? Lee Devin is another one. That's Conor McGregor's wife, right? She came up in that conversation too. Very special woman. Those are the women I admire the most. Like, yeah, we talk about, you know, the Megan Foxes and Iggy Azalea's. What's her name? Margot Robbie. Pretty women, beautiful women, blah, blah. But it takes a special kind of discipline to be the kind of woman that can be with a guy that powerful and not crack or not begin to feel the need to compete with your man or be jealous or, you know, anything like that. It's a very special kind of woman. It takes a massive amount of discipline that most women just do not have. I found your channel during the Drake and Kendrick beef and I don't regret it. Thank you. That was a very important part of this year, wasn't it? Shout out to Kendrick. What? That fuck him up. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Let's see. She was trying to kiss him. That makes sense. Any woman in that position would be trying to lock it down with ISO Speed. He's a very, very famous, very rich guy that's friends with Logan Paul and KSI. That's a big deal. There are a lot of opportunities around there. My thing about it, though, by the way, I didn't mention this before, but I hope Speed gets good. And this is one thing I say to every guy that's at a certain level of life. Once you're at a certain level of money and fame, you gotta learn how to properly vet these women and make them work to be in the limelight with you. You can't just be like, oh, new girl, here now in front of the camera with me. Like, no, don't give a bitch free pass to your lifestyle and access like that. That's not a way to do it, right? Women themselves know this, by the way. This isn't even something I'm saying that's like a brand new technique. Women do this all the time. Women will hide a guy that they love and love dearly for a whole year before they soft launch him on Instagram. You see what I'm saying? So women understand how to make guys earn that social bond, that social tie, that in public here, this is the guy in front of me, all right? Men, on the other hand, we're not as disciplined, unfortunately. So we got to learn how to do that correctly. For the guys like Speed, next time, don't just bring an Amy in front of the camera. That's nobody's business. No, she was not trying to kiss him. Oh, fair enough. I didn't. I mean, I can't say I watched every second of the stream. I don't know, but I've been watching clips to catch up. Speaking of clips, did y'all see Bradley Martin smack the shit out of that Ronaldo kid? That warmed my heart up. I'm not gonna lie. That was good. That was a good teachable moment, wasn't it? Yeah. Don't touch people's shit without permission. It's a very important thing. Keep your hands to yourself. It's unfortunate when you see kids that old do something like that, and not realize the consequence behind it. Because that means they've gone their entire life up to that point, never been taught that consequence. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. So I'm happy he learned. I'm happy. And guess what? Everyone is like, oh, Bradley Martin is insecure, this and that. Like, bro, go watch the clip again and read the body language. Just watch the clip and turn off the sound and just play it in like 0.5 speed. And you'll notice a few things. One, the kid knew he was wrong instantly. The moment he got that slap, he knew he was wrong. His body language changed. Two, the kid next to him knew he was wrong too. That's why when he grabbed the hat, that other bigger fat kid, he backed away. See, we can, call ourselves like different humans and different races and different cultures and countries, but we all speak the same language, body language. We all do. We're all animals, no matter how much we try to deny it. And then three, by the way, when Brad said, give me my hat, he didn't listen. He got smacked in the face. Guess what? What was the first thing he did the moment he got smacked in the face? He took the hat off and said, my bad, G. He gave the hat back. So, you see what I'm saying? It works. It works. Like, say what you want about the method. It's crass. Oh, Brad, he could have done this. Fuck all that. It worked. It worked. I'm not saying use violence to solve all your issues. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in that situation where you have the opportunity to use violence as a tool, definitely go for it. Like, it's a snot-nosed kid thinking he can just walk up to different people and just grab their shit, like, unprovoked. Just imagine, put yourself in that situation. You're using your phone and someone just comes out of nowhere and snatches that shit from you. How would you react? Brad is a better man than me. I would have done more than smack. I'm being honest. I would have done way more. I would have suplexed, bro. I would have probably choked him out. Straight up. Like, why are you touching my shit? I don't even wear hats like that and I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be pissed that someone would think they can just take my shit without permission. That's fucked up. They gotta learn. So yeah, shout out to Bradley Martin. Anyway, did you see Zerka answers on why he disappeared? He said something like, I just don't remember. I got KO'd, not like that, but something similar. He said he doesn't remember why he left because he got KO'd. Is he trying to blame it on the amnesia that comes when you get KO'd? Is that what he's trying to say? Like, because when you get KO'd, you kind of get a piece of you robbed, right? Like, it's not just your consciousness that gets taken away from you. It's like essentially a piece of your life. Some time gets drained from you. I don't want to get into all that right now. But, yeah, if that's what he's talking about, it's possible. But I don't see how that means he goes away for months. Like, it doesn't last months. It lasts minutes, maybe an hour. And then you're back to your senses. But, let's see. Now Speed's got too much status to not pull. I'm not saying he doesn't have any status to not pull. I'm saying status or not, like the fact that he has the status, he has status, right? Because it's all relative. Depending on the space he goes to, a streamer means nothing, right? But he does have status in people his age range, which matters. And yeah, because he has that status, he has to treat himself correctly. He has to move correctly. You feel me? Wagwan, how you doing, man? How you doing, Wilder Locks? Have you read the Master Key System? It's phenomenal. Why does that sound familiar? Why does that sound familiar? Hey, I was watching a TikTok that analyzed couple body language. I think knowing that also helps in game. I keep telling people, you'll learn body language the more you practice game. That's why you don't hear me talk too much about body language. Because that's something you'll learn, and it's better you learn it in the field. It's better you learn it just talking to different women and seeing how they behave. Right? It'll almost be like something you pick up via osmosis. You don't got to go to a class for that shit. You just, like, it's like, I'll give you an example. When you were a kid, you knew you were in trouble with your mom when she did what? When she called your name across the house, but it was your full name. If she called you your pet name, your nickname, oh yeah, it was all good. She'd probably call you to come get a snack or whatever. But if she called you by your full name, you knew you were in trouble. She didn't have to sit you down and tell you that. That's something you learned over time. You see what I'm saying? That's the same thing with all other body language. So it's better you learn body language by putting yourself in enough positions and situations to learn it. You feel me? It's about the law of attraction and all universal laws. What are you talking about? Oh, I knew I heard that somewhere. You're right. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Oh, damn. I haven't heard about that in years, though. Like a good, maybe almost a decade at this point. Holy shit. Static Shock or Storm? Who aligns with Farrakhan or Malcolm, and which side would you take? Whoa. Let's not get philosophical with cartoon characters. They like to say that a lot, though. I've heard that whole theory. Oh, Professor X is Martin Luther King, and Magneto is Malcolm X, and all that crazy stuff. Listen, man, I'll put it like this: if I was a mutant, I would definitely subscribe to the Magneto way of doing things. Since I'm not a mutant, at least not in that way, I will side with the Professor X way of doing things. Because, again, depending on where you are, one benefits you more than the other. I don't see the point, right, of caring about the Magneto way of doing things, the Malcolm X way of doing things, right, if I'm not a mutant myself. Because that's more dangerous for me. That means mutants are going to come crush all of us. It's not good. With that said, though, I do think the more honorable one is the Professor X way of doing things. Because it's harder to do. It's like, it's hard to have the power to crush an ant and yet have the discipline to not do it. You know what I mean? That's why Professor X is the leader of the X-Men. That's why he's the more important character. We can all say, oh man, Magneto spitting, he making sense. Ooh, sure. But it's hard to be Professor X, man. It's very difficult. Shout out to him. You feel me? Jace, I think my third eye is open, Pookie Star, or the sixth chakra. Is it now? Let's see. Before flying, before essay. What are we talking about? Oh, body language before a fight and before. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, sure. Bro, they start building. Building the boat. I remember that. On the boat. Why they building the boats, bruv? Shout out to Castillo, man. I love that guy. Protector types are wild, and they make everything interesting, don't they? Being a protector type makes everything exciting. When someone is willing to be that selfish, the world can't stop looking. Shout out to Castillo, bruv. Can I get a Fanta Light, please, bruv? That guy's jokes, man. Oh, that guy's jokes. Instead of just being Island Warrior, sounds weak to me. You know what? Yeah, you can't. You know what? There is an element to that. In Dr. Stone, you could see, what's his name? The name of the main character, the guy with the green hair. You could see him as more of a provider type, and you could see the guys that they're fighting as more protector types. It's essentially, that's why I love the show, because I feel like that's where it's building up to. It's a show where like it shows you the sped up evolutionary progress between the war between the protector and the provider type, right? Senku, that was his name, right? Senku, and what was the world's strongest high schooler? What was his name? It's a protector versus provider fight, essentially. One is using brute force and strength, the other is using intelligence and cunning, right? It's very interesting. I watch all them episodes just for Castillo, like looking at myself, bruv. Like looking at myself, bruv. He's fucking hilarious. I've known about him for years, though. I didn't realize he was that funny or that short, to be honest. I don't know why I thought he was like 6'5" or something. But yeah, shout out to Castillo. He does have amazing, immaculate hair. I don't get the point of like his teeth being gold and that far apart, but he's such an interesting character. Shout out to him. What's the perfect ratio of mean and nice when it comes to women? It depends on the kind of woman. The women with higher self-esteem being more mean than nice. The women with lower self-esteem being more nice than mean. There is a correlation between how high her self-esteem is and how hot she is. Keep that in mind. But with that information, what you must. Do you like do you like black girls? I do, but the question was very pointing finger in front of people. Oh, I see. So like basically a black girl like kind of like singled you out and went, do you like black girls? And you didn't like that? Well, you didn't have to, be there. Is it crazy to say he has advanced game? Castillo? Nah. I mean, it is crazy to say he has. Like, nothing he's doing is advanced. It's just selfish. It's protector type shit. It's just selfish. He's being as selfish as all protector types are. He doesn't care about the pot of money later. He doesn't care about what anyone else gets. He just wants his Fanta Light, bruv. That's all he cares about, bruv. Guess what I'm saying? He doesn't give a shit. He just wants his 10 calories of goodness, bruv. That's all he cares about. It's not even game or manipulative. The only thing slightly like cunning about what he's doing is the fact that he's not doing it in front of anybody else. He is being like rather sneaky about things, right? To not raise suspicion and all that stuff. But ultimately, yeah, all he wants is his 10 calories of goodness, bruv. 2 Fanta Lights, please, bruv. That's all he cares about. But anyway, back to the whole black girl pointing accusatory, asking you if you like black girls in an accusatory way. I mean, you can say many different things in that situation. You like black girls, right? Okay, cool. Tell her you do, but then tell her you don't like her. Be honest. I love black girls, just not you. I don't like the way you just asked me that question. That was goofy. Let's see. So no matter my answer, I was gonna look bad. How do I not fall into the frame? I would say I like. I mean, you can say you like bad bitches. Sure, that works too. But again, I think the best way is just be honest. If you like black girls, yeah, of course I like black girls. Just not the ones that like ask me goofy questions like, do you like black girls? That's literally what I would say. I would literally say, I would be like, I love black women. I grew up in Nigeria. Like, I don't have a choice in the matter. But I don't like the ones that think they can like bully me into liking them. That's not gonna work. No. That's what I would say anyway. Brev, I be putting Amanda in the group chat on game. Love seeing them succeed immediately. Shout out to Dimitri as well, man. He's great in there. I bet. Shout out to Dimitri. Let's see. Hi, what's going on? Alright, I already read that one. I met a chick, things were going good, but she is lacking in confidence. Okay, alright. What else? How is her lack of confidence affecting the relationship you have with her? Let me know. Oh, you looked into the speed situation, just came in. Oh yeah, I just you're gonna have to see me talk about it. Oh, my bad. You're gonna have to see me talk about it when I upload this to YouTube later. But yeah, I've already pretty much spoken at length about that. Pretty much, Speed is doing the right thing right now. He wasn't at first, but now he is. Summary. Haha, Lord knows girls don't respect each other. Are funny. I don't know if you know them, but I mean, yeah. Women are very competitive against one another, man. They don't, like, the girl code is a lie. It's a universal lie women purport to make themselves look like a bigger threat to men. You know, it's like when prey in the wild try to puff up their chest to look bigger to the predator. That's what women do when they do the whole, oh, we're on one giant conglomerate, we're one giant gang. They're not. They hate each other. They hate each other very much, especially when they know each other. That's the irony. Like, women that don't know each other are already competitive enough. Women that know each other, it's one of the most ironic things about, like, the difference between male on male competition versus women on women competition. Men compete in groups against other male groups, right? Or a man competes as a man against another man. Like, it's a very, we don't like them niggas over there type of feeling, type of sentiment. With women, they bully each other. Right, there was actually like a high school not a survey, like a proper social experiment that was done about this. High school bullies are usually dudes that the person getting bullied doesn't know personally. It's usually some upperclassman, some bigger, stronger kid. They don't have a close relationship with. They probably don't even know that person's last name. But the bully of the girls in high school are girls within their own friend group. So it starts from young. It's a very primitive type of shit. It's evolutionary, really. My girl and her best friend hate each other. It's adorable, bro. Girl best friend hate? Damn. Y'all think Kendrick Lamar hates Drake? Girl best friend hate? The way they resent each other. It's quite fascinating to me because they resent each other so much, but then pretend like they love each other the most. It's the most wow. Every time I want to remind myself that women really are capable of massive evil as much as they are capable of massive good, I remember best friend, and sometimes not even best friends, sisters. Sisters are in such competition with each other. And don't even get me started on mothers and daughters. Don't get me started on that shit. Like they hate each other, man. Oof. I'm not even gonna get into that today. That's a different topic for another day. Whew. Let's see. How do you counter the be a man tactic women use? You go no. You say no, thank you. I am a toddler today. Wham. Whenever women try to emasculate you, the best thing to do is agree and exaggerate. You're not a real man. You're right. I peed cardboard this morning. Oh, yeah, I guess you're just not man enough to... You're so right. I'm really just a child at heart. I still believe in Santa. Agree and exaggerate, right? Take it as unseriously as they take it seriously. That's how you treat it. Narc is a buzzword women use. Ignore it. It's usually a good protector sign. Narcissism, yeah. It's almost a compliment. If you understand what women are, like I keep saying this all the time for many different things. Like if you understand what women are and how they operate and how they see things and how they view men, you'll begin to notice that a lot of the words that they use as disparaging towards men are really compliments. One of them is narcissist. If a woman calls you a narcissist, because they don't use that word on men that aren't important to them. Like, you will never hear a woman call a man that they don't find attractive a narcissist. It'll never happen. You've never seen that before. You didn't notice till I just said it, but go back and check. You've never seen it. You've never seen a woman go out of her way to call a man a narcissist if that man wasn't like a big emotional draw for her. It's a man that she's superbly emotionally invested in. She loves that motherfucker, but she can't get him to do what she wants him to do. So he's selfish. He's narcissistic. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. I'm telling you. Once you understand women, I've been in situations where a woman will call me something and I'll be like, oh, thank you. And then they'll be like, you're sick. Because I understand you, baby girl. And I know why you would call me that. Bro, was Patrice O'Neal a protector? Yes. A bit too pure sometimes for his own liking. But he meant well. He was definitely a protector type. Absolutely. His entire philosophy was built on being a protector type. You know, it wasn't called that at the time because, well, I came up with the term, obviously. And I didn't even really understand his philosophy until a few years after he died, unfortunately. But after going through his work and understanding the man and understanding the way he thinks about the world, yeah, he understood sophistry on like a philosophical level. He understood that the key to life, the key to love especially, is to prioritize yourself. It's funny, I just made a video about that too. But yeah, shout out to Patrice O'Neal, one of the realest to ever do it. Have you been evaluated for NPD? Nah, never. But I'm sure they'll probably diagnose me with something. Because that's like, okay, let's talk about my views on all things disorders and mental disorders and imbalances and shit. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as normal. That's the first mistake we make as human beings, is that we take what the average of many people are and then we call that normal. Even though we live in a heavily sedated, heavily emasculated, heavily obese society. Like, let's really be honest here. We don't live in a normal society by any human metric in history. And yet we take the average of what we are and we call that normal. No, the fuck it is not. If you look at the normal or average human body fat percentage, it's not as good as other countries. You wanna know why? Because our normal is fucked up. Okay, now with that said, apply that same principle to psychology, to human behavioral sciences. And all of a sudden you'll begin to realize a lot of the behavior and psychological harmony that we have as human beings in the Western world especially, that we call normal, is not fucking normal. So someone like me that would demonstrate a higher degree of, say, self-belief in myself, I would unfortunately be called some kind of bipolar or whatever the fuck disorder, even though I just have a lot more testosterone than the average man. You want to reprint that, re-tag that for me? I didn't get to it on time, but you get the point. All those things that people are calling disorders are really just outliers from the norm, but they're not bad things. They're not. All them disorders are just behaviors in pockets together, and exactly, pretty fucking much. And besides, to label a person according to whatever behavioral cues they exhibit the most is kind of an injustice to, first of all, the human spirit and how we are, the human condition, like how multidimensional we can be as human beings. And secondly, it kind of is an intellectually lazy thing we do to try to put people in boxes. Oh, this person does this a lot, so he's this kind of person. Like, no, it's a little more complex than that, whether we like to admit it or not, right? Someone is a little more selfish. Oh, he's a narcissist. Is he though? Or is he just someone that chooses to prioritize himself as a biological living organism over all else and even over the environment? Sure, it can be self-destructive to a certain degree, but does that make him wrong and everyone else that wrote the book on him right? No. It's just an observed behavior. Learn to deal with it if you have to, or avoid it if you don't want to deal with it, whatever the case. But don't villainize people because they happen to have a different set of priorities than you. That's like, and by the way, we read enough of these psychology books, they begin to do that, and that's where like psychology becomes like super corrupted. They'll go as far out as putting certain religions in fucking psychological disorders. They'll call them psychological disorders. Can you imagine that? You can't even worship a god that you believe in without being called crazy? Are you serious? Ridiculous. I think the boss system was created to sell therapy and idolize weakness. That's the first reason. The real reason is convenience. And that's what I was talking about before, the intellectual laziness. People don't want to do the hard work of figuring out how multidimensional a human being can be. We're all different parts moving around from different experiences we've had through different, traumas and pleasures and circumstances and environments in life. We're a very complex animal. Very complex. So to put us in boxes is a wild and lazy thing to do for people that call themselves scientists. Ridiculously lazy thing to do. It is born from the need to label. We use labels to seek understanding. Unknown makes us uncomfy. Yes, unknown makes us uncomfy and makes us scared too, for sure. Fear is the language of the unknown. You feel me? Do you also feel like there's barely any women who can handle the persona of just a pickup scientist? Yes. Yes, I do. It's like, that's why, I I call game the most freeing prison I've ever been in. Because, I call it that like I've ever been in any prison, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I got good at women, or when I first started anyway, I decided I wanted to get good at women so I can get as many women as I wanted. That childish conquest thinking. But the better you get at game, the more you realize, oh shit, the better you get, the less women you have, like the less of a pool you have to choose from. Because now you know the creature you're dealing with. You understand yourself better, because Lord knows women are the mirror that'll put yourself in your face. You have a better understanding of how tension works and how to survive in it. And even more importantly, you now know what you don't like or want to waste your time with. So for someone like me, the reason why I keep talking about self-esteem a lot, because I'm very big on it. Like, someone like me, the person I am, the way I behave, I'm not gonna be able to survive with just any random chick that just likes me because she thinks I have a pretty face. There's a lot of those. But there's very few women that genuinely go, okay, you know what? He's a crazy person. Crazy, right? That word we were talking about before. He's a crazy person with a very out of this world type of thinking, and he doesn't view the world through the same lens or the same modules or systems than everyone else does, but I like him for it. Those are the women in my life. Thank God I found those ones, right? But that's not every woman, frankly. And I'm at the point now where I don't even have the time of day to train a bitch from scratch. You know what I'm saying? If I have to, I'll do it later, whatever. But it's a very special kind of woman that can hang with a guy like me. It's a very special kind of woman. Like, nah, it's not gonna be like just any random bitch with a pretty face. I'm sorry. So that's kind of the beauty of game. Like, the better you become who you are, the more in your identity you enter, that becomes a natural, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The natural sieving system, right? Oh, that's not the word I'm looking for. What is the word I'm looking for? Filtration system. That becomes a natural filtration system to get rid of women, because you're so much you, only a certain kind of woman can truly resonate with you. And it's usually, in my case especially, the women who have the same level of esteem I have, or at least close to it. You know what I mean? It's a very rare kind of woman that can do that. Most women just don't got that in them. You feel me? Oh, my bad. I didn't see those messages. Tag them up for me again. I found a channel during the Drake. All right, I read that. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's why the devil uses fear, the unknown, death to control and manipulate. Indeed. The devil will use those things to manipulate and control, for sure. What you don't know, he will use against you. And the devil knows a lot. Believe that. A very knowledgeable being. Let's see. Like when their man gets too much love. Who are we talking about? Oh, by the way, do you think girls cheat when they think guys are too unattainable? Yeah. That's true. You probably weren't here when we were talking about that. So last year, I talked about that in detail, where I talked about the 2 reasons people cheat. Women in particular cheat, right? Lately, I've realized women are attempting game, Jace. Is this always a thing? Women have always been trying to run game. They're coming up with new systems and new strategies to get the men they want. And they're getting wiser, for sure. Shout out to them. But we're still on top. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So there's 2 reasons a woman will cheat on you. One is better than the other, believe it or not. But ultimately, the core reason a woman will cheat in a relationship is because of a lack of safety. A lack of safety, and to some degree a lack of trust, but the safety comes with the trust anyway, so it's kind of redundant to say. Basically, if she doesn't feel safe in the relationship, and by the way, safety for a woman in a relationship is really a combination of protected, looked after, and reassurance. That's really what safety is for women. So, and like a hint of comfort, of course. So if those things aren't met in the correct balance, they cheat, or they try to replace. Because again, on a biological level, that's why women cheat to begin with in the first place, right? I'm gonna try to say both of those things at the same time. But yeah, women cheat to replace, and they cheat when they don't feel safe in the relationship they're with anymore. Now, there's only 2 extremes that can go in. One is the most common type and most common reason women cheat, which is the man they're with doesn't inspire a feeling of safety in them anymore. He's not strong enough. He's not competent enough. He's feminine, emasculated. He's falling for all her little wiles and tricks, and her attempts at manipulating him are all working. She feels like she's with someone that she's better than. In that case, it's panic for them. Like, oh shit, I thought I was with someone that's actually a baller, someone that will put me in my place. Turns out I can put him in his place. I don't feel safe anymore. So she does 2 things in that case. One, she lashes out at him. This is a normal thing. You saw it happen to Jada Pinkett Smith. You saw it happen to Johnny Depp. Those are extreme examples, but examples nonetheless, of women finding out that the man they're with is weak, so they lash out. That's the first thing they do. They always start with that, lashing out. Happened to Tom Brady too, right? They lash out. They lash out at the man as a way to punish him for lying to them, essentially. I equate it like this, and I got this example from Owen Cook. Shout out to Owen Cook. He was the one I heard this analogy from. Imagine going to the club, seeing a bad bitch, talking to her, raising her up, everything's going well, everything's going fine. You make out with her a little bit, you take a taxi back to your place, things are getting hot and heavy, you take off your clothes, you take off her clothes, she takes off her panties, her dick is bigger than yours. The disappointment you feel in that moment, like, oh shit, the shattering of the expectations, where it's like, what I'm seeing now isn't what I expected, isn't what I was sold. That's how women feel when they get with a man that they think is strong but turns out to be weak. It's that same level of shattering of expectations. It's a disappointment thing. Like, oh, fuck. I thought I could sit back, relax, and let this man take care of everything. Turns out I'm with a bitch? No! So they lash out at the guy, right? That's the first step. The second step is the replacement step, which is when they start trying to find a stronger man, right? So that's the first reason women cheat. The first reason is, he's too weak for me, I gotta bounce. Okay, the second reason, and this sounds counterintuitive, but this is true, I swear. It's where she feels like the man she's with, or the man she's trying to lock down, isn't a man she can get or lock down successfully. That's where the guy is too unattainable. So in that case, she's gonna cheat, partly as a way to self-sabotage, and to fuck up the relationship she's in, to like, confirm to her own story of, the relationship wasn't gonna work anyway, right? But also as a way to auto-reject the man before he has a chance to reject her. It's like the classic big bitch mentality. Reject him before he has a chance to reject me. It's pretty much what it is, but on steroids. So they cheat because it's like, this man isn't giving me enough reassurance in my mind to feel safe in the relationship. So now I'm going to go cheat on him with some other guy so I can feel better about myself. Now, how you know the difference between the two, which one you're getting treated like what kind of cheating is happening to you, if God forbid that's what's going on with you, is look at the guy that she cheated on you with. That'll tell you everything you need to know. That'll tell you everything you need to know. If the other guy has more swag, more sex appeal, more this, more that, you know what you were lacking. If the other guy is objectively a bum compared to you and a weaker man, then you know why she cheated on you with. Now, here's my simple principle to it though. If she cheats on you for the second reason, which is like she feels like she can't survive with you, and she feels like you're unattainable, and she has to go get someone a little more attainable, take that as a compliment. I promise you, it's a compliment. It's not a bad thing. It can never be a bad thing for a girl to cheat on you, because she feels like you're too much better than her. Trust me, don't feel bad about it. It's okay. If you're getting cheated on for the first reason though, you got a lot of work to do. You feel me? Is there any way to deal with self-sabotage? Sometimes I don't want to come for her, man. Yes. Self-sabotage, depending on the girl and the level of self-esteem and how she views your value in relation to hers, is completely inevitable. I promise you. This is one of the big reasons I tell you guys, date women with high self-esteem. It's very important, because if you're getting just with the girl that's bad as fuck, but her self-esteem is super low, she's going to inevitably do something that is becoming of her self-esteem level, including try to do something to self-sabotage. She'll cheat on you with someone that's lesser than you. She'll find ways to come up with all these unnecessary random fights. She'll, create storms and chaos out of nowhere just to say, we see, I told you we aren't going to work out. Because they're trying to work hard to fulfill that, self-sabotaging prophecy. You see what I'm saying? If I told you I hit my girl up again after the little stress attention test, I did. Okay, what happened with that? I want to know. But yeah, in general, that's usually how it goes. You're going to get one or the other. If you find someone in the middle, it'll be rare, but good luck to you. But for the most part, deal with women on like a high self-esteem level. That's just easier for you. Let's see. Sound very chauvinistic. It's cringy. Sure, that's fine. Hey, don't say it. Don't be harsh to Gab, man. Like what I keep telling you about women that say stuff like that. I'm not gonna repeat it here, but you know what I keep saying. Just let them be. Let them be. How can I induce uncertainty? You do unpredictable shit. That's pretty much it. Uncertainty is excitement, and excitement is unpredictability. So if you do something that is something she doesn't expect, you're being uncertain. You're making her feel uncertain because you're being unpredictable. You feel me? Let's see. How to talk sense into a lefty girl. So you're saying how to talk sense into a girl that's leaning left politically. Is that what you're saying? Like one of these super left-wing chicks? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Here's what you got to do in order to know how to speak to these type of girls. You got to understand why they decided that in the first place. That's the real, question you got to ask yourself. Because you can't just like dismiss all these women like, oh, they're all modern women. Fuck all that. Just for 2 seconds, let's have some empathy, right? What do you think would have to happen to a woman for her to come to those kinds of conclusions? A lot of fucked up things, right? Exactly. So you're dealing with a woman that essentially has had nothing but bad experiences with the opposite sex. And that's why they take on a lot of the beliefs that would be selfishly beneficial to them and fuck over the opposite sex. That's really it. When you understand that, then you realize you only really have two options. One, leave the woman alone. Or two, be the God in her life that she needs. You know? These women need Jesus. Be the Jesus in her life. And by that, I'm not talking about have a God complex, which, you know, if you have one, so what? That helps. But be the example of a man that she never had in her life. Be the father she never had. That's really what it comes down to. They need love, man. All these women, even Gab needs love too, man. If Gab had a man in her life, she wouldn't worry about how chauvinistic I sound. You know what I mean? They all need love. They all need guidance. They all need direction. They all need protection. They all need someone to give them structure and boundaries. And all these little things they do and say is just it's a cry for help. That's how I see it anyway. It's all one giant cry for help. When Gab said, "You sound chauvinistic," all I heard was, "Superman, help!" Literally. Not even kidding. That's what I heard in my ears. And, you know, I can't fly to save her, unfortunately. I got these bitches to take care of. But, you know, that's how you got to see it. You got to be the Superman that they never had the opportunity to run into. That's how you got to deal with them. Okay? Let's see. Operant conditioning. Indeed. Violence solves... No, it does not. Violence does not solve everything. It solves a good portion. Don't get it twisted. Okay, to be fair, violence was solving everything up until like what? 3,000 years ago? About maybe 4,000 years ago? Around there. Up after that point, we're in like a posh, proper civilization, at least for the most part. And yeah, we're not as violent, but violence is still useful too, for sure. How can you explain we are animals as a Christian? God created us to be animals. That's how I explain it. It's just a lot of Christians don't like get that yet. They don't read the Bible. I really challenge a lot of people. Like, go read the Bible. Don't like depend on someone else for your own understanding. Go and read the Bible for yourself. Go and understand like the Bible itself, and not just the Bible. Like, do your best to do your research and figure out where the missing in translation parts are, because there's a lot, Lord knows. But go and read the Bible. Go read the Bible. God did a lot of amazing things, including create us. And understanding us is understanding the rules that govern this world, because we are made according to those rules. He did that on purpose. So, yeah. Understand the God you serve. You'll understand everything. It'll become very clear to you. They claim they don't need us as we need them. Tells me how unaware they are of their animal nature. Exactly. Like, you've never heard me say, we don't need women. I will never be stupid enough to say some dumb shit like that. Of course we fucking need women. Or we don't need half of the population. Yes, we do. We need them. Absolutely. But they need us. They need us too. It's part of it. This is what the human condition is. That's how it works. To dismiss each other is one of the dumbest things we do to each other. But, you know, people are hurt, and hurt people. It is what it is. Survival and replication, indeed. You've been talking to Kay a lot, haven't you, with the innits? Since I read the entire hypnotic rhythm chat that I haven't been the same man. Fair enough. My game ain't even been the same. I'm prophetic with it now. Indeed. Is it true every time you get KO'd, you lose like 2 years of your life? It depends on how bad you get KO'd. It's not like a 1-to-1 correlation thing. If you get KO'd and you kind of lose your equilibrium for 5 seconds, that's enough. That's a KO in anyone's book anyway. I mean, it might not be enough to stop the fight, but it's enough. Like, when you get rocked like that, yeah, it takes a little bit out of you. But it's nothing compared to like getting KO'd and you fall to the ground with your head first and you go immediately into a seizure afterwards. Like, that's a different level, you know. that's like fighting between life and death level of KO. That's a different, type of thing. It's not a one size fits all type of thing. You feel me? Let's see. Not gonna lie, he got status but 0 game. Yes, let's talk about ISO speed. How do you go about a warm approach? First, you build your reputation. That is the most important thing in a warm approach. If you don't have a good reputation to go off of, the rest of it is going to be heavy lifting. And I do emphasize heavy. So work on your reputation first. Hey, what's going on, Philip? How you doing? I was watching your live off the replay on YouTube, bro. You gotta recheck up on Taekwondo. He's like that. The Taekwondo guy, fair enough. I'll go check him out. I honestly haven't even thought about him since that live. That was like how long ago, What's going on here? My bad. TikTok is tripping right now. It's just rolling. Why is it rolling? I can't even touch my screen. That's crazy. Anyway, oh, that's what Ryu meant when he said he is not like that. The Taekwondo guy. Fair enough. Let me judge it. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. Let me look into it. Are sports and martial arts good for body language too? They will help you move correctly because they will help develop muscles that will make you have a better frame. Bodybuilders don't work like this because they just want to. They walk like that because they got all that muscle on them, right? That's an extreme example, but it kind of like proves the point I'm trying to make. Sports and martial arts will help you develop muscles that make you move better, for sure. Not on the corny Reese shit like True Cam. Who the fuck is True Cam? If I don't know them, that's probably a good sign right there. Because if they're good, I'll know about them. Because someone in the industry that's an industry friend of mine will hit me up and be like, hey, that guy, check him out, he's good. And not one person I respect has ever said the name Taekwondo or True Cam. So there you go. And also, what's your first date order of operations? I have an entire course for that. That's why I made that course. Go get the interview light, link in bio. I watched all them episodes. Oh yeah, for Castillo. Shout out to Castillo again. Bro, are you ever gonna be on a reality show or something like that? You know what? I have thought about it. Why not? Why? I don't know. I would never go out of my way to go be on one. But if the opportunity came, I don't think I'd say no. That sounds fun to me. There's very few opportunities that I would like seek out. Like an opportunity to fight, I'll seek that one out. This is a guy my height, my weight class, I'm seeking that one out. But reality, I don't know if that's something I cared about that much, But if someone like drops it on my lap, and trust me, I've had a lot of opportunity drop on my lap like that before. I'm an opportunity magnet. If there's one thing I know about myself, that's why I even talk this arrogantly about opportunities, right? But if someone were like, hey, Jace, opportunity to be on a reality TV show, want to try it? I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Guys, so some appreciation. Oh, show? Is that what you mean? To Jay says he's so kindly answers our questions by liking the live. Oh, appreciate that, man. And yeah, he's right, like the live. Appreciate you guys for the support. Like the live, yay! Let's see. Damn, it's not dark. On your end, J-A? Oh, Jamaica. Right, that's right. It's dark as fuck right now. Yeah, we've been having these daylight savings things going on, or whatever the fuck they call it. I forget what they call it. But basically, it'll stay bright here until like, I mean, it's literally 9:30 right now. Well, almost 9:30, but you get the point. And it's this, I can still see the sun peeking out a little bit. So yeah, it's just bright as fuck these days. And then I got a friend in Alaska. Apparently, it's bright there till like 2 a.m. Like word to my mother, it's bright there till 2 a.m. bro. That's crazy. Is it bad to be narcissistic? I think I have some traits. Nah, it's not. It's only bad to be narcissistic if you don't have a lid on it. Like with anything, the power isn't the issue, it's the way you use it. Is it bad to own a gun? No, it's bad to use a gun incorrectly or to point it in frivolous directions without practicing correct gun safety. Or without being ready to kill someone with it, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's not the power itself. Narcissism, like any other thing or personality trait, is just another form of power you can, use over other human beings. Will you use that power ruthlessly and in unbecoming ways and in uncontrollable ways? And will you use it to hurt yourself and others? That's really what you should be looking out for. Bro, by the way, what if you use one of these attraction killers on self-sabotaging women on purpose? I mean, an attraction killer is an attraction killer. She would lose attraction for you, like, automatically. If you want to do that on purpose, like, yes, absolutely. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, E? What's going on, baby? How you doing, man? I hope you're still here. I know I took my time with some of these messages. Ryu, if Elisa is still here, let me know. Alisa Moray Yashra. That's a real life friend of mine, by the way, guys. That's a guy I've known for years. I feel like he's great around women, though. Like Castillo, yeah. Would that stop the self-sabotaging? Absolutely not. By the way, shout out to you, Fish Army. How you doing, man? But no, it wouldn't stop the self-sabotaging. That's not what stops self-sabotaging. What stops self-sabotaging, if you want to stop it, is to increase the woman's self-esteem. That's the only way to do it. And that is a lengthy fucking process. So she better be worth it for you. Right? Like, no matter what woman you're dealing with, you're going to have to build them up from scratch anyway. But that one, like, you're going to have to build them from scratch. Like, there's making a PB&J from scratch. But then there's, like, harvesting the wheat for the bread from scratch. Like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of from scratch. That's the kind of work the grassroots level work you gotta be doing. Don't see him in the live anymore, man. Aw, I'll text him later. It's fine. Let's see. Off the show and all that, like how congruent he is and all that, Brev. And the assist token, Brev. I think he's a natural. In terms of like Castillo, I think he's a natural. Definitely. I don't think there's anything he's doing that's particularly advanced, but like he's definitely one of them natural guys for sure. Why did you have beef with Christian Divine? I tried to give him help. He did what men like him do, and he decided to try to read me, and he did it incorrectly. And yeah, I helped him. I hope I did, at least, because I'm still coming from a place of help, man. Like I don't take anything back I said. I didn't say anything to try to hurt his feelings. He tried to say a lot of things to hurt my feelings, which was very sweet, because like he thought saying those things would matter to a guy like me, and I'm like, nah, they would matter to a guy like you. You see, whatever people say about you is always a reflection of what they prioritize. So it's like, Christian, I don't care that you don't want to be me. Just understand the message. You're not the kind of guy women don't cheat on. It is what it is. Hopefully he changes, though. I hope he changes. I still have love for these guys. No matter how much they might think. I think they think of me like these 90s fucking... These jocks in 90s movies. Like, hey, what's going on? What's up, nerd? Like, nah. Again, when I said I see a part of myself in him, I wasn't bullshitting. I like the guy. I still watch some of his videos. He's very entertaining. But he's still gonna get cheated on. He absolutely wants to be me. Of course he does. Everybody wants to. Like, duh. I worked my ass off to be me. Like, of course. It's not easy to be me, man. Like, it's not. You can't just snap your fingers and be Jason tomorrow. Next time you beef, you gotta wear these glasses to come across as... You gotta wear these glasses to come across as more relatable. That's funny. Nah, but again, I hope you guys like really get the message, though, and I hope you saw that in the messages I sent to Christian. I don't hate the guy. I don't. I think he's a sweet kid. I just think he's like most other men on this planet. He misunderstands the game he's playing, and he thinks being sweet and vulnerable can nice his way into pussy. What I always keep telling you guys, you cannot nice your way into pussy. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. That's not how the game works. That's not how life works. Can't nice your way into anything worthwhile, baby. That's not how it works, baby. That's just not how it works. But yeah, I hope he figures it out, man. Usually men like him, he has to go through some serious trauma before he figures it out. I hope that's not the case, but more than likely it is. Because, you know, the message isn't going to click until something painful happens. But, yeah, he'll figure it out. Bro, accept this unk status with these glasses. Yes, of course. I am your uncle. I gotta accept unk status at this point, man. We really hope he doesn't zero out. It can really hurt him. Nah, listen. Don't let that thought even cross your mind. I wouldn't be happy if that happened. And it's unfortunate because, you know, if the pressure is enough on him, he's the kind of guy that would. But nah, I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. I'm talking to this girl, but she's scared, or she says she's scared to you, or she's scared of you. What are you talking about? She doesn't want to disappoint. What to do? She says she's scared to me. She doesn't want to disappoint. She's scared of you. Is that what you mean? She doesn't want to disappoint you. What do? You enjoy it. What's the problem there? It's a woman that you find attractive that's doing everything in her power to impress you. Duh. Like, oh no, such a terrible problem. Like, that's what you're supposed to have. Like, do you deserve that, my guy? Enjoy it. Stop questioning when good things happen to you in your life. Again, that's a sign of insecurity and low self-esteem. You're gonna complain when something good happens? Why? That's great. It's a great thing to have happen. Celebrate it. If things would be going great, then she would start going on about me having other girls. Nah, that happens from time to time. Give her some reassurance. Keep it pushing. Let's see. I'm late to the live. I just got off work. You're good, man. Just chill out. You're good. How you doing, though? Welcome. My girl and her best friend hate each other. It's adorable. Yes, they do. Or me not knowing her name. It's like you're talking about like different girls. I mean, yeah, women want to feel special, man. But again, what's the rule I keep telling you guys? I gotta make that. Remake. It's somewhere in my old device. I made a video when I was still filming off my old phone. It's super low quality, obviously, but I called it the science of special. It's essentially how to make a woman feel special. And I feel like I gotta re-film that one because that's important. Because there's like a science to it. You know, women don't want to feel special but from just anybody. They want to be validated by people they validate. They want to feel special by people they think are special. There's a step to do that. There's a series of steps to do that. But anyway, bro, in fights, I don't attack aggressively immediately. I analyze them, then decide my move. If they attack first, I slide and then attack mean, not to kill but hurt a lot. If the fight is not that serious. If they don't attack, I make sure it's not a trap and then destroy. Okay, so you're one of those rhythm fighters. That's what you are. So let me tell you why I don't like rhythm fighters. Well, I don't like them is a strong way to put it. Let me tell you why I am a rhythm fighter's greatest weakness. Because I'm the opposite. Then yeah, that one is needed indeed. But yeah, this is why anyone that's a rhythm fighter can't beat a fighter like me. I am a front-footed pressure fighter. All right, I am a get your back to the cage type of fighter, and I do that very quickly. My strongest part of my fighting is my footwork by far, because I know how to move in a way that makes you feel trapped. So if you need to figure me out for you need to like those guys that talk about, oh, I need to get into a rhythm, I need to take a few rounds off to figure out what he's coming at me with. You're not gonna get them few rounds. You're gonna get knocked out in the first round. you're getting knocked out because I'm not gonna give you the chance. What Tekashi 6ix9ine say? I'm not gonna give you the chance. you're gonna get pushed back against the cage and you're gonna get finished. So I'm not saying don't be careful. I'm not saying don't like. I'm saying maraud forward, but don't be hesitant. That's what I'm saying. Okay, you can't always think like, you know, a counter fighter all the time. You gotta push the pace sometimes. You gotta put some combos on them. You gotta throw things out there, not even for the sake of connecting, but just reminding them that they need to give you your respect. You know, I'll throw a jab that I know they'll block from time to time, but I want them to feel the impact. Like just here's how hard I hit when I want to, bitch. You know, and then the next thing you know, they start stepping back, and I crowd them a little bit. I do a lot of weird shit in the cage, though. Anyway, Coach Barry talked much on IG how rhythm fighting can cause you to get knocked. Dude, Every time you see a rhythm fighter, like that's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC right now is Chito Vera. He's amazing. He's a great fighter. He's an amazing striker. But what is his biggest weakness? He needs to get into a rhythm. He needs to figure out the other fighter. Like he'll throw like maybe 20 punches in the first round. Then he'll throw like 50 in the second round. And then 80 in the third. But he needs to take off that first round and figure things out. And it's like, that's stupid. Because I can beat you regardless. Either I finish you off while you're still trying to figure me out in the first round, or I give you a first look in the first round, I come out with a second look in the second round. Now you're fucked. You're going to try to, counter all my first look moves and angles, and I come out with a different thing. Like I'm bisexual. I'll go into southpaw second round. Now you're trying to think of, okay, I'm going to figure out all these different targets and positions from orthodox. Oh shit, he's coming out with the left hand as a power hand. What the fuck do you do now? You can't do nothing. You can't. I'm going to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? So nah, never give your opponents like a chance like that, dude. Especially like in physical fighting, it's stupid. Don't do that. Rhythm fighting is a bad idea. Bad idea. Like Rachel and Leah, if you know, you know. Rachel and Leah. Who's Rachel and Leah? Who's Rachel and Leah, guys? I don't know. Agree and amplify. Indeed. LOL. Checkmate. Yes, indeed. This is what I was talking about. Agree and amplify, right? Repeat this one. Yes. I had my girl say, I'm so full of myself. That means she loves you. She loves the shit out of you. The insults they usually have are usually about themselves. Yes, they are. I was just saying that. I was like, yeah, I'm like God, huh? Then she went, yeah, you're my God type shit. Exactly. That's exact. It sounds like a conversation I'll have with my bitch, really. My girl best friend called me a narcissist. That's why you're the best friend and not her boyfriend. You feel me? She want you, gang. Indeed. I wonder where Pete Davidson is right now. I don't know. Need dipping some pussy. Shout out to him. Self-mastery. Indeed. All them disorders, just behaviors in pocket. Yeah, I read that one too. Hey, what's going on, TikTok Zion? All right, I gotta go soon, guys. It's like time for me to go upstairs. Just me. Is there a chance that you and Todd V do a collab? Absolutely. Give it time. That one's happening for sure. Crazy how there's societal normality, then there's individual normality. Indeed. Your baseline is not the same with everyone else's. See, this is how you know someone that knows me personally. He sounds just like me, doesn't he? Can you speed through the comments for a bit? There's still a lot of them. Oh, fair enough. Individuality is important in my opinion. I've already read a lot of these ones, actually. Is it okay to compliment a girl's body in a push-pull as an opener? I would stay away from that because it's indicating too much interest in the beginning, in my opinion. Hey, what's going on, Enzo? What's going on, baby? Knowing what you want to chase is important too. Indeed. In my mind, I'm the greatest, the best. I can see that some people don't like it, but I stay around me. Indeed. Jace, you should put some of your approach videos in the group chat. Fair enough. Actually, that's a good idea. Y'all can't spread it out yet, though. Because that's like, there's a lot of legal stuff behind that. So you got to promise not to show anybody else. Study it for yourself as extensively as you want. But then, been talking to a 30-year-old married woman. I've been acting too nice. So now I'm going to ignore for 5 days. It's hilarious. And I also like to encourage others. It's like I can see their potential. They're creatures of need. Yes, they are. But some people just like the fact that girls talk to me. Damn, there are a lot of messages. Alright, hold on. Let me scroll all the way to the bottom and start from there. Okay, let's see. Is the willingness to walk away a trait you should demonstrate? And if yes, how do you build it in? Yes, it is a trait you should demonstrate. And the only way you can demonstrate the willingness to walk away is by doing what? Walking away. Walking away. That's the only way you can do it. Walk away. Show the seriousness. Don't just pump fake. Fucking shoot the jab, son. Walk away. If she wants to beg you back, that's a tell for a different day. But if you want to demonstrate your willingness to walk away, show her you mean business. Walk away. That's how you do it. What do you mean by they want a man that can handle everything? Is it money-wise? No. They want a man that can handle them mostly. Like, They want, like, when these women say you can't handle me, they say it like arrogantly, sure, and it's annoying, but they're not necessarily lying. A woman is a fucking liability until you have the skill and the patience and the discipline, really, to turn her into an asset. Every woman that you meet from the jump is a fucking liability until proven otherwise over time. So it'll take competence and discipline to do that. And that's what they mean by handle. Do you have the competence and the discipline to make them an asset? That's what I mean. That's what they mean. Is there any way to deal with self-sabotage? Sometimes I don't want to... Already answered that one. Ego tactic. Yes, it is. She doesn't want to feel stupid for being inadequate. Yes, she doesn't. He's sounding just like me. Cheating because they're scared. If it happens, and I know this is the reason, but the people around me are not game wise, and you are facing this outside in front of enemies and dumb game people, how do you control the situation? Oh, that's easy. You get her to get a tattoo of your name. Very simple. They'll know that it's her self-sabotaging when she does something for you that signifies massive compliance towards you. That's how they'll know. Jace, no pressure, but you're gonna want to see the work I've done. Check IG. Oh, bet. Okay. I'm about to like get into one of these hours where I just go through IG. I've been doing a lot of editing in the background, but you know, gotta do my stuff. I got a deadline to meet in my head. She missed me like mad, but loved that I was back. She told me she'd wait as long as she had to, if necessary, brev. Shout out to her. Shout out to her, indeed. Shout out to her. I'm going to have to skip a lot of this stuff. It's looking good, brev. That's my main chick for a reason. I'm proud of her still, indeed. Damn, you've stolen the whole London lingo from K. What the fuck is going... That's good, though. That means he has an influence on you, brev. From Costello. 2. A girl asked me, am I enough? What do I reply? You go, yes, for me. Yes, you are. That's my... Oh, yeah, you're in that one. Do you love bomb from the beginning or more like protect her until... Yeah, it's not from the beginning. I don't love bomb from the beginning. I begin a love bomb when she's proven that she's willing to work for my validation. Then she becomes worthy of love bombing. Otherwise, no. Let's see. Survival verification. Say it with us. We need them. Shout out to Carlos. How you doing, Carlos? What's going on, man? We go to the same school. How do I go about this? You build a reputation in the school. I wouldn't say it is a reassuring way not provide a type energy. What do you talk? I think I know what you mean by that, though. It's fine. Protective. I'm like literally supposed to be leaving right now, and I haven't even caught up with the messages. I'm just all the way down. What time is it over here? 9:40. Coach Barry talk much on yeah, shout out to Coach Barry. Alright, I think I'm caught up though. It's just you guys telling each other stuff and telling each other stories. Alright. I finally actually made it on live today. And I'm about to leave. I'm out! Oh, thanks for the heart, Cosmin. Appreciate you. But I'm about to leave. I'm leaving. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. This live will be up either by this time tomorrow or the day after that. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys already know the deal. Go get my free course Self-Belief. Go get my dating system, the interview light. If you want to reach out to me, schedule a call with me. All those links are in the bio. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support. It's me, Jason, your favorite scientist. As you can see. No, I feel like I gotta say it in a different voice today. It's been Jace, your favorite scientist. Doing this information. What you miss?